Entelechy creates customized 180 and 360-degree leadership assessments for many clients, and you're one of them. In this short tutorial, we'll show you how to get the most out of your leadership assessment. As noted psychiatrist Carl Jung said, "Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakes." Let's look inside ourselves and awaken the leader within. One of the most critical characteristics of effective leaders is the ability to self-assess and identify the impact of their behaviors on others. Entelechy's 360-degree leadership assessment is a perfect tool for you to explore your actions and their impact on others. Before we explore your specific assessment results, let's examine what we're looking for. We'll use a tool called the Johari window, named for the two psychologists who created it in 1955, Joseph Luft and Harry Ingham. Joe and Harry, Johari. Joe and Harry suggested that there are 4 parts to who we are. There's the shared self that is known to yourself and also known to others. There's the blind self that's known to others but not known to you. There's the hidden self, with stuff you know about yourself that isn't known to others. And there's the unknown self that includes things that you aren't yet aware of, nor are others. This might be viewed as your potential. Effective leaders know how to expand the shared self, and the 360-degree assessment results can fuel that expansion. Of course, simply knowing how your manager, employees, and peers see you helps increase your awareness of self. The feedback you receive from the 360, if you use it, can increase the size of your shared self by reducing your blind self. With the 360 results, you'll also see things that you know about yourself that others may not know. You may want to market yourself, disclose more about yourself, to help others see the real you. The results of the 360-degree assessment may also help you push yourself and explore your potential through self-discovery. Through shared discovery, where others, your manager, your employees, and your peers are working with you to help you become your best leader. And even through others' observations, when they know that you are interested in your ongoing growth and development as a leader. So as you're looking at your assessment results, look for confirmation. Things you see from others that you already know. Look for surprises. Things you didn't know that others know. Look for strengths. Abilities that rated high and that are important in your role as leader, and areas for development. Abilities that rated low, but areas that are critical to your role as leader. And look for opportunities to market, to disclose and be a bit more obvious about your actions as a leader. Because every assessment we create and administer is slightly different depending on the reporting features selected by the client and the leadership competencies we bake into the assessment. What you're about to see may be slightly different than what you have on your report, but you'll get the idea of how to get the most out of your report. You can see that this is your report because it has your name on it. The number behind your name is a system-generated number for administrative purposes. You can see how many managers responded, how many employees responded, and how many of your peers responded. You can see the date this report was generated, and you can click on the PDF link to download a printable version of the report. On the right is the legend that associates a colored bar with the type of responder: your manager, yourself, your employees, and your peers. Many clients run the survey a second time to get a before and after picture of the changes in leadership behavior over time. If you've taken the assessment previously, a thin black bar will display showing your previous ratings. You are reminded of the rating scale ranging from 1 strongly disagree to 5 strongly agree. As you can read, there are 2 numbers before each bar. The first number is your personal score. The second number in parentheses is the combined average of all members in your cohort. If you don't have a second number in parentheses, this option was not selected by your organization or you're not a member of a cohort. Your survey consists of a number of behavioral statements, which fall under their respective leadership category. In this case, shows up as the leader. The insights you can glean from your results are many. Let's go through a few. First, compare category scores to identify your general leadership strengths and opportunities for development. You can compare categories by looking at manager scores, or you can look at employee scores, or you can look at the peers scores. What leadership categories do your manager, your employees, and your peers see as your strengths? And which do they see as development opportunities for you? Once you've done a sweep for general strengths and areas for development, you can then drill down. Are there specific behaviors that you can leverage because they're strengths? Are there specific behaviors that are holding you back? Behaviors that you should address? Of course, our employee scores are going to be the most important to us, and we should focus on those for a true reflection of how we as leaders are doing. You may want to focus your development on behaviors that employees rate as relatively low. It's also useful to scan the color bars to see where there may be large discrepancies between how employees see you and how you see yourself. Are you an accurate self-assessor? You may see yourself as positive and upbeat, but you may not be coming across that way to your employees. While employee scores are going to be most important to us, it's useful to also look at how your manager is viewing your performance. If your manager's perception doesn't match yours or your employees, you may have a marketing issue and may need to be a bit more obvious or public in this area. Of course, it's interesting to note how you compare to your fellow leaders, but remember this comparison is only for your cohort members. If you're comparatively low in a category or behavior, you may want to reach out to one of your cohort members for insights. One of the most powerful sources of actionable feedback is found at the end of the report. We ask responders to identify leadership strengths that you demonstrate effectively and what you could do to be even more effective as a leader. Welcome these suggestions as the gifts they are. Now that you've read through your report, what's next? Identify your top 2 strengths. You'll want to leverage these as they're already serving you well as a leader. Identify 2 development areas, things that, if improved, will make you an even more effective leader. Share your results with your employees and thank them for their insights. Invite their support as you work on your development areas. By you asking for their feedback, you create a team culture of trust, performance, and growth. Share your results with your manager and ask him or her for support as you continue your development. Share your results with your peers and ask for insights and feedback. Build your leadership network. Be deliberate as you work to develop your skills. Reflect on the impact your new behaviors have on others. Self-assess and continue trying new things to continuously unleash your leadership potential.